Music is something that really does bring people together, and at Browning Masonic Community, it's also part of therapy. Liz is with us today to talk more about how they're connecting with people living in their retirement homes with different kinds of music. If you've ever been in a retirement home, you know it's very quiet, sometimes dementia, and people are not real conversational. It's just a slow existence, and I think probably something like this is a great idea to get people more involved. It doesn't require conversation, just an appreciation of music and tunes and kind of intermingling with other people. How the program began? Have you been a part of this from the start of it?
Yes, yeah, so I am a board certified music therapist. So my elevator pitch is I utilize music to address non-musical goals. So improving orientation to space and time, decreasing agitation, alleviating physical discomfort, improving healthy socialization. I always say, you name it, there's a way a music therapist can find a way to address it.
How large are the groups you work with?
So most of the services I offer are individual with occasional groups. So we have X amount of clients at all 3 campuses, and so I start with an assessment, and then I create my goals off of that, and then I usually try to see everybody at least once or twice a month.
So tell me about Masonic Browning and where all of the facilities are. We have one in Waterville here, just out on River Road there. So you make the rounds around all these different places?
Yes, so I go to Waterville every other week. I'm in Medina every week, and then I live in Dayton, so I'm in Springfield every week as well.
A lot of driving, kid.
Lots of driving, but I don't mind it.
So give me an idea what you do when you go to these places.
Yeah, so I go in and I am there to see my residents. So I work with an individual and then I chart everything. So a session might include active music making or active music listening. And so active music listening might look like I sit with a client and then I'm discussing maybe their history, their family, and I'm utilizing music that was really important to them when they were younger, and then that oftentimes sparks a conversation and they say, oh, this reminds me of my husband. He's been gone so long. Oh, I miss him, but this was our life together. And you start to see that life, and they're reinvigorated, and they don't get that type of engagement oftentimes. And so if I can come back in and give somebody the opportunity to share and to be present in a moment when they're not oriented to their space and time most of the time, I've met my goals.
I've seen news stories in the past where you get a couple or a situation where the dementia is bad. The person is not very verbal, but yet if they hear familiar music from their youth, suddenly they can mouth the words and it just brings them alive. It takes them back to another place instead of the present. It's just remarkable what music can do.
Absolutely. I have a resident at one of my branches who she is in middle stage dementia, and she wanders around our neighborhood community, and she's really, really struggling. She beats herself up all the time saying, oh, I did this wrong. Oh, and she's just so frustrated and anxious. And she comes up to me and I say, hey, so-and-so, why don't you join me at the piano today? And so I had a session with her last week, and she struggles to tell you about the day-to-day details, even things that she has done, 5 minutes prior, and she sat and she sang all of these old songs with me, word for word, and you saw this smile creep across her face, and her shoulders relaxed, and her breathing steadied, and she was so engaged, and she was able to be in a coherent conversation with me. And
Liz, that's a wonderful thing.
Really
Before
awesome.
we run out of time, play a little bit for us.
Okay.
Show us what you do.
So this is one example of something I might do in a session. So I'm gonna do a fill in the blank. So if I were to sing, oh goodness. Dashing through the
snow
in a 1-horse open
sleigh
o'er the fields we
go.
Laughing all the...
And so on and so on. Then slowly they start to get the hang of it, and they're bringing back the songs they do know.
Yes.
That's neat.
Absolutely.
That's neat. Well, thanks for all that you do for Masonic Browning. It's a great facility, and you're just doing such wonderful things.
Tink you so much for having me today, Dan.
We'll be right back.